Hello and welcome to Tallahassee, Florida on a night where the war chant and the tomahawk chop are reverberating around this stadium as the Florida State Seminoles are ready to open another season at Doak Campbell Stadium. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Seminoles have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
That one picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The give to Davis. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
They'll run him behind the big guys on the left. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin them deep. They kick it away on 4th down. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Reed keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man, it's Coleman. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The give to the tailback. There he goes! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Really good-looking run, and when you play Army, you know these guys offensively, they are always so dialed into their rushing attack. Everybody understands their assignment and responsibility. It doesn't matter if they're running the option. It doesn't matter if they're doing it out of the spread. They know who they need to block, and as a defense, you better limit your mental errors, or you're going to have a hard time slowing this rushing attack down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, it makes the play, it's intercepted.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Across the 10, got it out to the 14. That's a gain of 5. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
It is hard to get sacks on screens. I mean, the offensive linemen stay with you for a little bit. Defensive linemen squirt through. A lot of times they read the screen and backpedal. Not on this one. They got through, got to the quarterback, got him on the ground. Not good execution by the offense, but still counts as a sack.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. Inside the touchdown, Florida State. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Buffalo may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from UB Stadium every time. The Bulls have been racking up road wins since the Bob Denning days, and they'll get another one today. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That defense is about getting off the football. And that defensive line can be disruptive, get in the backfield right away, and mess up those puller's actions on those counter plays. It can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Looking for a huge play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the Doak. Back to pass, it's Coleman. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter. And QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking. But these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Ready to try the point after. Wants to go up. It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Stumbled to the ground. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive for the 25. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
Caught over the middle. It's short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. It's a new chapter at quarterback for Army after Bryson Daly's historic season led the nation with 32 touchdowns on the ground. Army had 12 wins, a school record. With Daly now a commissioned officer in the Army. Time for next man up, Jesse.
Yeah, and you're going to have to be able to run the football. You're going to have to be able to make great decisions, though, in the option game, which I think is something a lot of times we take for granted. It's not just making good decisions throwing it, but understanding when to dive, when to keep it, when to pitch. That's what makes this Army offense run so smoothly.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Coleman. Got it in the middle, it's Reed. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw for it. And they can't make the connection on third down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Here's a snap, ready to cut one loose. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Let's go. Ready?
Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. A run for the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Defense looks as if it's coming. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for space. It's Reed. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
To throw, it's Coleman. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. Going up top again. Throws to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense...
Oh, right through his fingers. He muffed it. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. the play fake on first down to throw. He turns that loose down the right side.
And this offense has been completely one-dimensional. They have not been able to throw the football. Guys, they haven't thrown a completion yet. This quarterback has never been able to find himself into a rhythm. And if I'm the head coach, you got to ask yourself, how many more incompletions do I have to see until I make a switch at the position?
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Coleman. Catch in the middle, it's Reed. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Black Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Fortner. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack.
The Black Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And the Black Knights need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
The Black Knights can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Coleman. Quickly complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And the Black Knights, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get into some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20, the 10, touchdown Seminoles. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. See how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the run, it's Reed. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Coleman. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 25. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Army!
That was a big touchdown for them, too, because they're still trailing, and they've got a lot of work ahead of them here in the second half. But I think that's going to give them a lot of confidence now going into halftime. I can't wait to see what they do here in the second half.
And he makes the extra point. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Black Knights will boot it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Blackwell. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Off play action on first down. He's got an open man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And that's the start you absolutely talked about and discussed in the locker room. This defense, they didn't have a lot of success in the first half. They needed some good things to go their way, get a stop, create some momentum. Great first drive by this defense. Now their offense has got to put some points on the board.
He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Yard line. To the air on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Back to throw, it's Coleman. He lets one fly deep. And it's his fourth interception of the game. Taking it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
On the run, fires downfield. Rolls it in. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have the takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. 4th down coming right on the doorstep. Any thought to kicking this one?
No thought whatsoever. Absolutely none. We got to go for this.
Wait, yes or no?
No, absolutely not. Yes, there's no thought to it.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. The give. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida State.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnover. They scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Washington. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. The QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Pulls it in. It's short. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. The give to the fullback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And he gets the first down, and I guess, 4th down just means I'm going for it just about every time in nowadays football.
You know, the thing with analytics, David, is that you have to be brave enough to go against what you've always thought, being sound in the kicking game, kick it and play defense.
Yeah, those days are out the window. Now you've got a card that tells you your percentages of getting on 4th down and scoring and not kicking field goals and a whole nother area to monitor in case of coaching.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Complete in the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Quickly complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense got it. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Toss sweep right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Florida State 26, Army 7.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lofts one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida State.
The Noles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Washington. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the Black Knights are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's got the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Got a man in the middle. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Black Knights are rolling down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Reed. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for him.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Back to throw, it's Washington. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Running back searching for a hole. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Get hot, maybe you make an all-time comeback.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Reed. Good execution, they move the sticks and they've got it at the 33.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel, they're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There's been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The give out of the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the ground. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the run, now to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the score.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run the toss. He's loose. Gets it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, no! And the beatdown has ensued.
Yeah, the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Wyoming handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown. And what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On third down, going up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and the defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback. And you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit them up top. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
With the clock running, this should be the final play.